Hello BookTube Nation, I'm Sam here again with A Baron of eBooks, and today in honor of the Fairytale-a-thon upcoming next month, it's going to be running from March 7th through March 16th. In preparation and excitement for that, I wanted to go ahead and do a couple fairy tale inspired videos for you. So today I have 5 of my all-time favorite fairy tale retelling books. These are just maybe not necessarily the ones that I initially rated the highest, but these are the ones that have really stuck with me. And when I think of why I love this like subgenre so much, these are some of the books that come to mind. So let's start at number 5 and count our way up. Tiger Lily by Jodi, Lynn Anderson. I read this one quite a while ago, but it has stuck with me, like I said. This book does something about fairy tale retellings that I really love in a very good way. So this book is set from Tiger Lily's perspective. That's one of the things I love. So when you redo fairy tales, when you retell them, one thing that I really love seeing done and done well is when you take a lesser known character from the main fairy tale and give them a voice. And so Tiger Lily's part in the original isn't as large, obviously, as it is in this work, and I really enjoyed it. It's a quiet book. It's kind of a sad book. I remember that it's very descriptive, and there's one part in this where they go to Peter's hiding place, if you will, and it still kind of sticks with me, like the way they described it. It's a sad book. It's a little bit more quiet. Actually, I would like to reread this myself, and I'm not a big rereader, but I think that this was done really well, and I would love to see another one done by her. I have a couple other books by her that I've been meaning to get to, so if you've read anything else by her, let me know. But I don't think the other ones are retelling specific that she's done yet, and I would love to see her do another one. But if you like Peter Pan retellings, this is really unique, and I would definitely suggest it. Coming in at number 4, one I read recently. This is, I believe I read this last year as a read aloud with my daughter, and this is called The Princess Curse by Merrie Haskell. This one has stayed with me. It's kind of a mashup, but it's mostly a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, but done in a really unique way. The point of view is not from one of the princesses, it's from someone who works at the castle, and she is studying in the herbery, and she has a lot of knowledge about plants, and there's some magic involved. And it's a really fun adventure. There's almost some kind of like Alice in Wonderland, some portal fantasy type feel to this. Yeah, but I really enjoyed it, and I love the 12 Dancing Princesses fairy tale. So I think if you enjoy middle grade and you enjoy that fairy tale in particular, I would definitely give this one a try. Next is one also on my reread list. I read this many years ago, but I remember really enjoying the writing. This is Mermaid by Carolyn Turgeon, and this, I love The Little Mermaid, like Disney, and just the sea nautical in general really appeals to me. It has a lot of connections to my childhood, so it's something that evokes a lot of emotion in me. And this, I remember, and I recently read like just the very beginning again, and the writing is very fairy tale. Like it takes you back to that moment, and it feels very of my childhood, and it follows pretty closely to the story of The Little Mermaid that you know, but I just thought it was really well written, and I felt that if you enjoy traditional fairy tales, like the original fairy tales, I think that you would really enjoy this one. So if you're Little Mermaid lovers or fairy tale lovers, I would give this one a try. For number 2, we have Entwined by Heather Dixon. Now, first, I always thought this is one of the most beautiful covers. It's like got silver foiling on it, and yeah, it's like gothic in the back, and yeah, beautiful. So this one is a little bit more chunky for a fairy tale retelling, but I thought it was really worth it. This is also a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, and this one is a bit darker. It's not too dark, but it does go there a little bit more than the previous one that I discussed. I believe this is YA, and the other one I discussed was middle grade. This one I read quite a while ago now, but I remember that I thought that the villain in this one was done very interestingly. It has kind of all the things like the sisterly bond, and at night the girls have to go dancing, and it has all the things that the fairy tale normally has. But I remember specifically in this one, especially towards the end, I won't give away any spoilers, but I just remember thinking that the villain was really deftly written in this. It's been, like I say, a while since I've read it, but I just remember that feeling, like that creepy, eerie, get me out of here feeling from reading this one. So I think if you enjoy the 12 Dancing Princesses, if you enjoy YA fairy tale retellings, I would give this one a shot. I really enjoyed it. And finally, my favorite fairy tale retelling is still Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. Now, I know a lot of people know about this book. This is, I typically read or look for books to discuss on my channel that are a little bit lesser known, but I can't deny the brilliance. This is definitely worth the hype. If you enjoy books where the setting is a character of its own, I would highly recommend this. This book is very wintry. I remember feeling like cold when I read it. This one has a couple different point of views, so if you enjoy that, I would also suggest this. But this one is basically a very loose retelling of Rumpelstiltskin. There's two different worlds in this one as well. If you like fae, I would suggest this because there are some creatures that are very fae-like in here. If you've read it, you know what I mean. I think that the way that it depicts the women in this is really brilliant. I felt that they were really strong and really well developed. It's basically just the traditional story about turning things into money, right, or gold. And it's about how this woman goes to do that, and there's another woman in a different situation, and how they end up at the end, how they solved their issues and how they got out of their dilemmas. Yeah, no spoilers. I don't want to say too much because it's brilliant and I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But if you like Rumpelstiltskin, if you like the fae, if you like books where the setting becomes a character of its own, I would highly recommend this. It's beautifully written. And I felt like I enjoy a good resolution in my books, and I felt like this one was just the right length. So yeah, I love this one and I highly recommend. So that was it for today. Just a little quick overview of 5 of my favorite retellings that I've read. There are some others that I'm sure I'll share with you over the coming weeks. I hope to have coming, my family and I, we've been very ill this month, so I'm doing better. So hopefully we will all continue feeling better. But hopefully I'll be able to get out to you coming my Fairytale-a-thon TBR and Fairy Tale-a-thon recommendations for the particular prompts that we're having this one. So we're doing kind of a team, heroes versus villains this time. So hopefully I'm really excited about the new format, and hopefully you enjoy it. I really hope that you're able to join us this time. It is a 10-day readathon. We find that time frame really works for us because it's a little bit longer than the week readathons, but it's not quite as long as the month readathons. It also kind of goes hand in hand because I love to participate in middle grade March as well, so you could always do middle grade retellings. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. So if you're new, thank you so much. Hi, I'm Sam. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate you checking in with me and chatting about books. So if you've read any of these, please let me know down in the comments, or if you have a favorite fairy tale retelling that you don't think I've ever spoken about on my channel, please let me know. It is one of my favorite things to read about. I just absolutely love it. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for being here with me today. Farewell for now. Bye-bye.